Hey guys,
Recording in progress.
welcome to the July team call for Empires and Endorphins and all of the sister teams that come with it. We are starting the call tonight. Mel and I are doing a card pull. While I was shuffling just now, chatting with the girls, the card revision came out. So I am going to tell you guys what that one means. It is with a black moon and it is dormant energy. So that just means that like you're kind of just stuck. And I feel like that is like a perfect way to describe the theme of tonight's call because it was all about getting unstuck. So that is perfect, but I am going to pull one more. And Mel, why don't you pull an affirmation for us? And we can see what that one says as well.
I
So
feel like the unstuck thing is sort of like a theme of like, I don't know, it just keeps coming up. So I'm excited. And it's like right around the new moon. So it's kind of funny that it's anyway. So I pulled a card for us, affirmation card, and it says, I am confident, I believe in myself and my abilities.
I love that.
I
And
feel
just
like that is a great way to get unstuck is to be
totally.
confident in yourself, right?
I agree. I totally agree. So I'm actually going to do the Dominique method and I'm just going to shuffle. Now I'm just going to say I'm here asking for guidance for this team, what direction we're meant to sort of go in here, what we need to be focusing on. And I am just going to pull the seventh card out of this deck. So this is a Dominique trick that she taught me and I've been finding a lot of success with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Adaptability. First quarter waxing air moon leaves. So I'm actually going to read the meanings to both of these cards for you guys. And while I'm doing that, I would love to take it a step further and have you guys all just put one thing that you're feeling grateful for tonight in the chat, just while I'm looking up the meanings for these cards. And then I'll read them out and we'll get started. Is there anything in the chat? Let's see. Why won't it open? Oh, there we go. Hi, Alyssa. Oh, she's getting her kids ready for bed. Okay, so for revision, there is no, I'm going to actually show you guys the card while I'm reading it. There is no visible moon in the sky during this phase. Her luminous face is turned away from the earth, and only at the time of an eclipse can you see that she is still there. Traditionally, this is a period where nothing good happens. It's time to revise your ideas and consider the direction your life is taking. When this card is in the current moon selected from the moon tables below, the zodiac signs below give a further interpretation. So we are in a Cancer full moon or a Cancer new moon right now, but that's not a option here. It's just for a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So we're closest to Gemini. And it is even the most active and able-minded must take time to rest, replenish, and recoup for the challenges ahead. Pause a while, above all, engage in no rash actions during this time. Okay. The next card is adaptability. So that's what that one looks like. And I'm just going to find the meaning for that one. I think I passed it already. Oops. Here we are. When the moon moves into the first quarter in the air, 90 degrees from the sun, it is time for obtaining reactions to your idea from as many people as possible and adjusting the concept accordingly. This is the time to modify and adapt your idea so that it appeals to as wide as an audience as possible. Wow. When this card is in the current moon selected from the moon tables, the zodiac signs below give a further interpretation. Moon in Gemini. There is much movement, both physical and mental, during this time. You will probably be involved in a business trip or two in the process of developing the original idea. What? How wild is that, you guys? That is so freaking cool. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I feel like it's I feel like they're almost contradicting cards, but in a good way. It's like you need to slow down and like focus on you so that you can pour into others. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys saw my story the other day, but I was talking about how if you wake up every day with the mindset of how can I serve today and who can I serve and how can I make that happen, you will, your brain, like basically like Kristen Rowe said, your brain works as a Google search, right? So all of a sudden you're going to start to think like, okay, let's check in with my challenge groups. First things first, you know, I'm going to serve my people first, the people who have already invested in me. That's who I'm going to serve first. I'm going to serve myself first because I can't pour from an empty cup, right? Like I need to get in my movement. I need to get in everything like that. So I really love that that together like played a role. And I love that that one before like popped out and then this one was more like the initiative that goes with it, right? So very, very cool. And doing it with confidence, like the affirmation says, because we all know what we have to offer, right? We wouldn't still be here as coaches, you guys, if it didn't work for us, if it didn't make us feel good. We wouldn't be trying to tell people, hey, join our team. Hey, join this community that we have. We love it. So why wouldn't somebody else love it? So you have to have confidence when you're having those conversations, and you have to go back to that person you were when you were like humming and hawing about it, right? Because that person is there as well. That's the person on the other side of the phone, basically, right? So I have some slides tonight. Let me just see if it's going to let me share screen. It did before. I'm going to use that mouse because this tracker pad hasn't been working very well for me. Here we go. Okay, you guys can see that? Okay, perfect. I'm going to move this over here and we are going to present. So yeah, always a title page, you know me. Stepping into action to create momentum is tonight's topic, and then there's a few other little things I'll touch on. So for July, obviously Summit Month, super excited about this, you guys. If you are not attending the summit in person, please make sure you attend it virtually. It's going to give you so much knowledge and inspiration to just like keep pushing your business forward. And Steph actually said it on the call that I watched that they put Summit in July for a reason. The reason being is because it's entering that third quarter of the year. So you're 6 months into the year. And this is when people start to feel burnt out. This is when people start to feel less inspired. This is when people are like, like, I don't know if I even want to do my workout today. You know what I mean? That is why they do that, because you cannot learn all this stuff and be a part of these events without leaving inspired. Like even Morgan and I, when we did Super Saturday, I was so inspired after Super Saturday because you get so much new knowledge from people who have done this before, who have done it right and who have succeeded. So I just love that part of Summit. And I think that it's going to be a great way for us to all come together and learn some more and just stay connected. And that is, like I said, we have a July squad chat, Lauren, for like the girls that are coming from Calgary and staying in Langley. And we were talking about how it will create FOMO because people will see like, oh, these girls are all traveling together to do this fun event and they're all going to hang out for like 5 days and they're going to make these fun reels. Like that is what's going to sell things in terms of our community, right? So Summit is super important. We've already opened the coach access for the 645 launch. So this is a great time to be building your team, you guys. We don't even get access to everyone else until the 19th. So until we're home. So let's make it a goal that while we're all together to be going live and talking about the team and talking about the community and talking about what it's done for us, right? That is when you're going to grow your team because they don't have access to that program unless they're a coach or a discount coach. And then we start on the 19th. So this is a great way to get your team built. And even if you're not doing the 645 program, still talk about it, still hype it up, because even no matter what, somebody's going to want to do that program. Whether you're doing it on the 19th or you're doing it in September or you're not doing it at all, somebody will want to jump in with us. So you can say, I have one of my coaches or one of the people on my team is running a group for this. This is what it's like, and just talk about it. That's how you're going to sell. That's how you're going to build your team. And then also just to add that there's the payback promo that goes with that. So that's also something that you guys should be talking about. They are giving $45 US back. So that, I think when I did the math, it was almost $60 Canadian. So the challenge pack itself is 186. If you take 60 away from that, it's less than the price of the annual membership. We need to be talking about that. We need to be expressing how freaking cheap that is, because it is. It comes with those fabric resistance loops, and those are the higher quality ones. They're not the like flimsy, could snap any moment resistance loops. They're the good ones, right? So just making sure we're talking about that. And then if people aren't interested in like the bigger bundle with the resistance loops, but they still want the challenge pack, Let's Get Up is still on sale for 162 or 160, something like that. I think it's 162. So that's an even cheaper option for them. No, they will not get that payback promo, but they will get their 1 month of Shakeology or their performance line. You can be hyping up that cookies and creamy Shakeology. That's something that we should be like, anytime we talk to somebody, we should be saying, we just launched this new cookies and creamy Shakeology. It is so good. It's something that you can literally have, like Steph actually was talking about it on her stories. No, I have not had the chance to try it myself, unfortunately, because I opened my second business center and I put the 645 challenge pack in my second business center to get the Success Club points, and I got the cookies and creamy. So I just did that the other day. I won't be in here for probably a week or so. So I don't even have it to try, but be watching people who have tried it, right? And Stephanie has tried it. So she has actually said it's good by itself. She says it's almost better just with almond milk, ice, and the Shakeology shaken together. Like, how cool is that? Like, most of the Shakeology I find, unless you're like an actual Shakeology drinker, it's not great by itself. You kind of have to get used to the taste of it. Like, I'll drink it by itself now because I've been drinking it for 2.5 years, right? But a lot of the times, people who are new to Shakeology, they need it blended. They need it something added to it for it to taste good. This is something that you can literally say, it's like a protein shake on steroids, right? And you can have it by itself with just almond milk, and it's really good for you. So these are things that we can always be talking about. The Bod Squad promo, I don't know. Maybe somebody could bring it up for me on their phones if they have it handy. Just on the FAQ, I think you do need to register for it. But what it basically is it's kind of like Team Cup, I want to say. You will get points for every time you sell a challenge pack or make any sort of Success Club points this month, and you work as a team for it. So whoever you have in your team for it, you could get something out of the deal from selling challenge packs this month. So if you want to buddy up with somebody, it's something that I really highly recommend, just to like keep your fire. You guys can, something that Kristen Rose said on that one call that I really resonated with me is how she like teams up with a few people every month and says, let's as a group sell 100 challenge packs together. That sounds so scary, but if you're with 5 people and you make that your goal, it doesn't matter how those challenge packs or Success Club points or whatever it was she was doing happens. It just means you're working as a team, and it's more exciting that way. You know, even with Team Cup, I find it's way more exciting to work as a team with somebody to complete those goals. And then you can kind of mastermind together, right? That's where like the whole business partnership and success partner comes into play. You can really find your people that way that you work well with. So I love that. I just want to see what's going on in the chat here. Doo-doo. Why isn't it opening the chat for me? No, okay. Not sure. Oh, I meant to, that's something I forgot. We're also going to talk about the Empires and Endorphins incentive, and anyone who's not in my downline, but still very much is on my calls. So like Morgan, for example, you're also included in that. So you basically would just need to show me a screenshot of your Success Club points. But anybody with the most Success Club points this month is going to get a $100 Vitae or Bear Activewear gift card. So the reason why I'm doing this, and I'm just going to be totally transparent with you guys on this, I did not make Premiere yet. Reason being is I don't have enough elite points, and my elite points comes down to personally sponsored coaches getting Success Club points. So I'm at, I think, I want to say I'm at like 22 leadership points right now, and I need 75 for to hit Premier. So I'm kind of far down, if I'm being honest, which is fine. But that's why I do these incentives, because then I feel like it kind of adds more fire to things. And that is when we will become a Premier team, when we hit that 75. So every time so the way it works is every time I hit Success Club, the points in my downline double. So anybody who sells a challenge pack, if they make 2 Success Club points, that's now 4 leadership points if I hit Success Club. So that's kind of how that works, just so that everyone knows. But yeah, that's my transparency. Like, I want to go Premier, I want us to go elite, and that's how that will start to happen, is bringing that momentum forward. So yeah, just moving forward. So on tonight's menu, we're just going to be talking about, we just did talk about that. The 645 launch, we chatted about that a little bit more. The 4-step unstuck process to create action and momentum, and then the preferred customer program we're going to chat a little bit about as well. So creating action and momentum, this is all just on one slide. I figured I could kind of write some of the points down and then just go into more detail with it. We get to create the energy, you guys. So I know that for me, like, I've had lower energy lately, but that's a me thing, right? Like, I need to recognize that. Like, you need to recognize that, and you need to say, okay, how am I going to get out of this lower vibing energy? Because people aren't going to want to be on my team or coached by me if I always look depressed. Like, it's honestly true, right? Like, you have to show your energy, your vibe, and that's what's going to attract your people. So just making sure to know that you are the creator of that, and you get to decide how you show up. So the energy that you put out there will come back to you for sure. So just making sure that you're just giving yourself that gut check. You know, like, sometimes I'll look at my stories and I'll be like, man, are people thinking I'm whining? You know what I mean? So you have to just make sure that it's okay to do that, and it's okay to be authentic, but you have to also put action to those words. So you can say, I'm in a slump right now, but don't just say that. Say, I'm in a slump right now, but these are the things I'm going to do to get out of it. And then show that, right? So people can see that journey as well, see you like pulling yourself out of that, right? Movement is huge, you guys, and we know that. That's why we do this, right? Start a day 1 of a program. And I mean, if you're in the thick of a program right now, I don't suggest just like quitting on your program and starting a new one. But if you're sort of like going like this with programs, like, commit to a program, start a day 1 and talk about it and share through that whole program. Because what's going to happen is people are going to see your day 1, they're going to see your day 5, they're going to see your day 12, and they're going to see that you're still doing it, right? That is so inspiring to people. That whole like day 1 or 1 day kind of post, like, make a post, announce that you're starting a program, announce what the program is, announce how long it is. And then if you need to do a call to action in the end and invite people to join you, it's still not too late to join me, or you can watch me. It's okay. People will still watch, right? So, but putting that, making sure people know I'm starting something and I want you to watch me and see me through it, that's going to help so much. You can create a launch at any time. Like, you don't need Beachbody to like make a launch for you. So if you're going to be starting, let's just say, I'm saying 21 Day Fix because it's the classic program, but if you're thinking of starting 21 Day Fix when this program that you're doing right now wraps up, start talking about it 2 weeks ahead of time and really launch that program, you guys. Don't just say, okay, well, Bar Blend is ending on Friday. What am I going to do next? Make sure that halfway through the program you're doing right now, you're already thinking about what's to come and you're talking about it. You're not just saying it to yourself, but you're saying it to your following so that they know, oh, so when Morgan finishes 10 rounds, she's doing, I don't know, the work or whatever, you know what I mean? And then people are going to say, oh, she's done this in 2 weeks. And you can say, I'm starting on this day. this is the registration is open now, and you can register up until this day. This is the cutoff day. And when you give that structure to people, it allows them to continue to see what you're doing. But then they're also going to see, okay, she's really enjoying this. She's super consistent. She will keep me motivated. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to join her. But you have to give them that, or they won't know when it's time to join, right? So making sure you add that structure into your posts and everything will help you a lot. Also, movement just sparks joy and creativity. I don't know about you guys, but I find that I'm the most creative with my posts and with my reels and everything like that after a workout. You know, your mood is elevated, your receptors are thinking differently, you are really thinking in a more clear way, right? So that's when you start to think about things like, okay, well, I spoke about Shakeology last week, maybe I shouldn't speak about it again, maybe I should talk more about Energize or whatever, right? That's just an example. But those get sparked through a workout, right? So maybe next time you're working out, start using your brain like that Google search that Kristen was talking about, and like use it as a way to like zone out of what you're doing for your workout and start thinking about your business and what you can do next with it. It will help you guys so much with like coming up with ideas and learning sort of the direction you want to go with how you word things and everything like that. And then obviously, like I said, take care of yourself first, right? Like you have to. If you guys are selling these programs, you have to be doing them, right? And I know that that just seems so like, well, I know that Paige, but it's like you have to be, because you can't expect somebody to want to jump in with you if you're like not working out yourself or you're not showing up yourself, right? So those are just like little, I want to say, just like gut check reminders, right? And then change your physiology, sorry, is something that Tony Robbins always says. So literally getting up, and you don't have to do a workout, but like tidying your space or going for a walk or, dancing, like anything that's going to move energy through your body, that's going to spark more joy in your life. It doesn't always have to be a workout, but that's going to help you get into that unstuck or get out of that unstuck energy, or you know what I mean, sort of. I kind of went the wrong way there. It's going to get you out of that stuck energy, and you're now going to not feel so stagnant, right? And then motion triggers emotion, which is another quote that I got from that call. And I loved that. And it's so true. Like how many times have you finished a workout and been like, damn, I just did that? Like share that vibe, you guys. Getting on your stories right after a workout is the best thing you can do for your business. Literally talking about how you're feeling in that moment, the emotions are running high there, right? That is that like energy that I'm talking about that we get to create, right? So yeah, that's more on the movement side of things. And then progress with Instagram. I know it sucks. I know it sucks big time. Morgan, we are going to figure out your reels. I'm like determined. But if it's not going to be reels, maybe try doing more IGTVs. And I know that that sounds scary, but you can always, like if you need me to make you a reel, like if you send me like clips of stuff and you want me to put it together as a reel, I can do that. And then I can send it back to you without music, and then you can upload it as a video, right? And InShot is a good software to add music to a post or to a video. You can do voiceovers on InShot as well, but start thinking more video. And I know it's like, shoot, like that's not what Instagram's about, but honestly, they're just following the trends. People like to see it. And when it comes to reels, I've been doing a lot of research on it, because like I've been putting up reels and they're not doing very well. And so I actually like went through a few like YouTube videos and everything about reels, because like you guys research your craft, like really dive into what you're trying to do and research it and try to find it, but you need a hook. Like people are very ADD, right? They are like scrollaholics. They'll just go like this. You need something that's going to draw attention within that first 3 seconds. That first 3 seconds is so important. And your caption can be great underneath it, but adding captions into your reels is super important because that's also going to draw people in. Okay. Using fun transitions is huge, right? Like, they're hard to do at first, but you get used to them. And they make it so easy with that little align feature. You can literally stand exactly where you were in the frame before that with the align feature. So doing that really helps with transitions, and then you can cut and you can make it exactly where you need it to be for that transition. So yeah, just keeping current with what Instagram's trying to do, learning the algorithm. It's always changing, but I'm trying to keep it so that you guys are updated with how it changes. So right now, likes aren't as important. Comments aren't as important, unfortunately. They've switched things up. It goes shares. No, is it shares? No, it is save, share, comment, and then like. So likes are like the least important thing. So saving our posts is way more important than commenting on it now. And still comment on the post, but the likes aren't as important. So as a team, if you see one of us has just put up a post, save it. Just help your fellow teammate out. You know, like, it takes 1 second out of your day. It doesn't require much. Put it in a folder, maybe make like a Boss Babes folder, like a collection, and then just throw it in there every time. It's going to help us all be more seen. We have to battle that algorithm or we won't be seen, right? So that's going to also help with that whole like feeling stuck feeling, because like, yeah, it can be discouraging. It can be really discouraging to put something up and it not go anywhere. When you put thought and effort and time and you like plan that content and then it just doesn't take off, it's discouraging. And then it's like, oh, well, now I don't even want to create another thing. Like, is it going to suck again? You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. So just being current with Instagram is going to help you a lot. And then lacking trust with yourself is another huge thing. Like, if you can't trust yourself to stick to something, how is anyone going to trust you to stick to something with them, right? Mel has a perfect, I'm actually going to bring it up. I meant to put it on the slide. Oh, shoot. 1 second. Exit. Oh, no, I don't want to do that just yet. I want to go to what Mel put in Self Love Studio. This is a perfect example, or not Self Love Summer, of an attainable checklist that you hold yourself accountable to every single day. This is something that is just like 75 hard, but not as hard, right? Something that we all should be doing anyways, and we will all feel good doing regardless. This doesn't have to be your list, you guys. This can be as simple as making your bed every morning and making sure you have breakfast every day and sharing about that. And you don't have to share your bed made every morning, but if you want to make yourself a list like this of things that you need to make sure you do daily non-negotiables, do it and then show the list every day. Show the check marks at the end of every day that you did all of that. That's going to build so much trust, you guys, with people. So these things that Mel's created here, like, I want us to do this. Like, let's do it. Let's start on the 19th. I'm going to be doing the 6:45. You don't have to be doing 6:45 to do this. You have time to prepare for it, but it's literally just one indoor workout, one going for a walk outside, daily water intake. So I don't know if we do like, is there a certain amount of water, Mel, that you want people to be drinking, or is it your like for your size? Like, is there a formula that people should be using for their size?
I might look that up just so people have a guide. I know it'll be different for everybody, but it's mostly just being aware, because how many people are super dehydrated, right? And that will like obviously help them with their nutrition and with their exercise too. So for me, I drink a big glass of water the first thing when I wake up, and I try to drink water before and after every meal and snack. And with my shakes and everything, I'm hydrated. It's something I don't honestly struggle with most of the time, and I can tell when I'm dehydrated. But for other people that don't drink water or don't drink enough liquids, like it's just so that they're like mindful about it, you know?
Totally. Okay, yeah, I love that. And then one healthy meal or shake. So yeah, if you want to make Shakeology a daily non-negotiable, put one Shakeology on that list. 15 minutes of personal development, that's going to help you guys. Like it's all of it helps you. It's all going to push you forward into a good direction. But it's that like accountability piece that you need for yourself, you know? And like doing that for you will have people being like, damn, Morgan is like killing it with this like daily checklist. Maybe I'm going to give that a shot. Maybe I'm going to go into her inbox and ask her how it's going. This is how conversations start. This is a free thing that people can be doing if they're following you. You can invite people to do it with you. So that, once again, free, as much as free can be like, oh, well, it's free. Free helps because it gets that seed planted, it gets the foot in the door. I do want to mention what this page is. Lauren, I know that you're coming back soon. I don't know when. Do you know the month that you can come back? Is it September?
Yeah, it's September.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, we are going to be keeping this group current. I think Mel plans on just switching up the name every couple of months, right, Mel? So basically what this is a free wellness group. Mel is amazing at posting in here. I need to be better at this. So what it is she's putting free workouts in here, like the sample workouts. She's adding value. She is literally killing it. Putting recipes in here. And what this is showing people is our community, and without having to pay anything to be a part of it. Once somebody finally takes the plunge and wants to actually buy a challenge pack and they're sick of doing the sample workouts and they want to try these shakes that she's posting about and everything, that's when we'll take them out of this group and that we'll plug them into our Endorphins Fit Fam group. So it's just a way of putting everybody who's interested in one place. And then we have to work together to help Mel with this, you guys. So making sure that once a week-ish or once every couple of days, you can check in there, especially if you've added people in there. You check in there and you share a recipe, or you share a sweaty selfie, or you share a sample workout, or you share some moves, or whatever it may be. Put it in there. I did a spell your name challenge, little things that are still going to keep people engaged and knowing that they have an incredible community to be a part of if they invest further, right? So I think it's a great idea. We have 136 members in there. Like, how incredible would it be if one by one they all joined us? That would double our Fit Fam page to like 250 people. That makes our community huge, but it starts with us, right? We have to be those people who are doing that with them, right? And showing them this community that they can be a part of. So I feel like that's something that we all could work on as a team. And it helps so much to just be working as a team. Then it doesn't feel like it's all on Mel. Then it doesn't feel like it's all on me or Morgan or whoever, right? We're doing it together. And then people don't know that half of us are coaches. Like especially Lauren, if you want to start posting like sweaty selfies in there, now you just look like a participant in there who's like really riding the wave of being in that free group, right? It doesn't always have to look like it's a coach post. It can sometimes just look like a sweaty selfie and like, I just did this XYZ workout from this program and I'm loving it, right? So just keep that in mind. And I just want to go back to that last point we were talking about because it's important. Let me just present it here. Because honestly, guys, it's all a mental game. Like, mental game. Trust me on that, because I will tell you right now, my mentality lately has been a little bit on the rocks. I'm not going to lie. Just with Alan being away, and there's been actually a lot of things that have come to play there. But you have to recognize that and be like, man, like your belief is infectious, like it says here. And so is your lack of a belief. Both are infectious, right? The more you believe in you, the more people will believe in you, right? What are you guys currently reading or listening to for personal development? You can
I've
put
been
it in the
listening
chat.
to the virtual upline one for like when I want to get in like a business mindset, and I try to
Mhm.
share them for our builders chat.
I love when you share that too.
Love them. Like, oh my God. And it's just like if you guys do some personal development, just share it in the chat, because you know what? It inspires somebody else who hasn't done it in a while to do it. And I swear, if you need like a kick in the butt or if you need some inspiration, I know hands down, if I listen to something or if I read something, I get ideas for posts. I get like, it fires me up to like start inviting and doing all the things that we should be doing anyways, but it gives you that extra like push and confidence, right, to do it. So
Definitely. And I love that. And I was actually saying it to Mel. I was like, I need a new book. Like, I finished Fear is My Homeboy. I loved that book, by the way. If anyone feels like they need like a little push to get the frick out of their comfort zone and just do the damn thing, that is an amazing book. Um, I loved it. So if anybody wants to borrow it from me, I'm happy to lend it. I'm huge on that. I'm a big believer in borrowed books. And when you're done a book, sending it to somebody else who might need it right then and there, right? Mel knows that because I, I gave her a book once too. And I feel like when I feel like it'll resonate with somebody and it resonated with me, I feel like they need to hear that in that time, in that season of their life, right? You know, we will all go through seasons, you guys, but I have not picked up a personal development book in about a week and a half. And I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel it hard. It's so crazy how you just take that one little piece out and how different your mindset goes and how fast your mindset switches. Like so fast. You know, like all of a sudden I became like super insecure last week. Like ridiculously insecure. And I'm telling you guys, like I'm sharing my heart with you tonight. Like I I've had some really insecure moments lately, of just like, not, like I said earlier, not being enough for you guys and not feeling like I can give you guys enough, right? That is a me problem. That's something that, like, am I just going to sit here and say that, or am I going to do something about it? You know, am I going to sit and watch other calls so that I can gain some more knowledge and momentum for you guys? Right? That is, you place yourself wherever you want to place yourself. And you have to believe that, right? So I called my own self out and I said, no, I'm going to sit down and learn from somebody who knows what they're doing more than me. You know, put the ego away and just learn. And that's why Summit's going to be so amazing, you guys, because it's going to really help you learn from somebody else. And that's why I bring those guest speakers on, because it's like, I want to learn from them too. You know, like if she went elite and that's my goal, like I want to learn how she did it. Right? So it's just learning to put the ego aside and look at somebody who's done what you want to do and learning from them. That's basically what it is, right? And then, of course, it's kind of not showing here because of the bottom bar, but it's saying, it's talking about how important it is to link arms with people in this. You're not alone. You know, like this community is huge and you're going to vibe with people and you're not going to vibe with people, but the people you vibe with, do something about it. Let's run a group together. You know, let's get on a one-on-one mastermind power hour call together. Why not? Like I know Mel has vibed with Alicia lately and I love that. You know, like if those two girls want to take off with something and like get on power hours once a week together to keep each other motivated, hell yeah. I strongly encourage that, you guys, right? Like start thinking about somebody. Stop looking at it like this is my business and this is all that I bring to the table, and start looking around and being like, who do I really vibe with here that would maybe want to sit down with me even just once a week for a 30-minute chat where you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other. You know how powerful that is? It can work so well if you find the right person. Now, I don't want to go ahead and call that your business partner or your success partner. We don't need to label it, right? It's just somebody you're working with. And I feel like there's so much value in that. So really, really use the team to your advantage, because that's why it's there, right? Start thinking about somebody who you really want to sit down and chat with about biz, because the more business conversations you have on a weekly basis with other people, the more fire you're going to have when you're talking about the business, when you're inviting to the business, right? Which brings me to the next page, because this next page is for people who want to like really grow. Okay. Um, and if only this tracker mouse would work. Oh, go back. Why isn't it doing? There we go. All right, so preferred customer program. I don't know when this is rolling out, if I'm being honest. I did some research before the call to try to track down a date. I do know that come the fall, it will for sure be launched. So I think they're just waiting for like summer and 645 to wrap up. And then in the fall, they'll launch that with the mixed bikes and everything like that. So fall's gonna be super busy. And that's when your business can really take off, you guys. Like, we're going to be able to sell stationary bikes and make commission from it. Like, how incredible is that? I just think that's so cool. I know it's not going to be like, we're probably not going to make like $300 commission on a bike, but we'll make a little cut from it, which is nice. It's just an added thing that we can sell, right? There's a lot of people that love Peloton. We can get so many people on with this, you guys. Especially with this preferred customer program, exactly how it says it here. It should be the first option offered when somebody inquires when it launches. None of this regular membership anymore, you guys. You know, explain the monthly fee as if it's always been that way, because it has, right? For us, it has, right? It's not a lie. Like, we've paid that monthly fee all this time. So just saying it as if it's always been that way, it's still cheaper than a gym membership. Like, factoring that in is huge. Like, some people will say to me when I'm signing them up, so that's $168 a month. And I'm like, no, or 186 a month. And I'm like, no, that is nothing a month unless you want more supplements monthly. You can keep that subscription if you want. And if you do, I highly recommend you getting a coaching account, because what's the point in paying full price, right? So offering that right off the get-go, you're going to build your team, you guys. Like, it's going to go boom, because anybody who signs up with you will be a preferred customer, and they'll be in your downline. And then if they decide they want to become a coach, it's just like, I'm pretty sure it's just a quick upgrade to coaching, and then they stay in that same spot in your downline. So use it to your advantage, because that's huge. That's going to be big for us. That's going to help us so much. I don't even think Arbonne's like that. I don't even think, maybe Morgan, you know more, but I don't even think that when you're a preferred customer in Arbonne, it's like somebody in your downline. Is that how it works?
I'm not really sure. I haven't done anything with Arbonne recently, so I don't remember.
Yeah, like I don't think it is. So I think that's kind of cool that we have that upper hand where we can build a team with preferred customers, right? So using that as your advantage will be super big. Anytime they order, they will be an active coach in your office, you know? So that's going to help you with rank advancements. That's going to help with quals, you know, it's going to be big. So hype it up. Like, don't say like, oh, preferred customer launching program. Just make sure that when it launches, your conversations shift a bit, right? The way you present the opportunity shifts a bit. You know, you can just present this right off the bat, and then if people want to make an income from it, have them start showing up like a coach as a preferred customer. Why not? The moment somebody inquires with them, then upgrade them as a coach. Then they make commission right off the get-go there, right? So there's going to be so many ways of working this into the business, and I'm super excited about it, as you can tell. So yeah, it's going to be huge, and I'm just really looking forward to it. It was supposed to launch already. It's just taking its sweet time because of that whole like merge of the companies and everything like that. So, but that is basically all I have for you, besides just the little reminder that Beachbody gives us many tools, you guys, so use them to your advantage. That's something that I want you to all think about, like the sample workouts. That's something that you should be talking about, You know, that is how you're going to launch the 645 program. I don't know anybody who's tried that sample workout that isn't interested in the program. I still haven't done it, Mel, so I'm going to do the Facebook post. I'm thinking about it now, so I'll probably do it. If you can remind me if I don't do it tomorrow morning, if you can remind me, I will. But I plan on, and I'll actually say what I'm trying to say here, but I plan on making a post on Facebook and taking whoever wants to be a part of that with me, and having the sample workout of that program in the post, and then uploading it to Facebook saying, I need 50 people, 50 people, to try this free sample workout for me. It's 45 minutes long. You need dumbbells and you need resistance loops, and you can do it from home as long as you have Wi-Fi. I want a sweaty selfie in my comments here to say that you did it. And I want you to tell me what your favorite move was so that we know that they actually did it, right? And then all those 50 people are going to get put into a draw. One person's going to win the book. What is it called again? It's by Jay Shetty. Something about, why am I blanking on it, Mel? Do you remember what it's called?
I'm literally blanking too. I'm like,
it's
what?
So, Think Like a Monk. Thank you. Like I had to think about it for a second there, but Think Like a Monk is what the book's called, and it's like a very like spiritual driven book about like mindfulness and everything. But somebody's gonna earn that just by doing that sample workout, and somebody else is going to earn a $50 Amazon gift card, and that's everybody. Like I'm gonna tag a bunch of people in that one post. So like, for example, I'd tag Morgan, I'd tag Mel. So anybody on Morgan's friends list, Mel's friends list, that'll be like our 50 people, right? And then anyone who's in that comment section with a sweaty selfie and with a move, they will say like, oh, I did this workout. They'll get put into a draw for those. So there will be 2 winners for that. And I think that's so powerful, because how many people do you think are going to try that sample workout and love it? You know what I mean? And it's just one way of getting people to try things for free and then be like, oh, what is this that you're doing? Right? Especially because Mwala, he's not bad looking, you know? People will be like, damn, this is going to be my trainer for 8 weeks or however long it is, right? So yeah, that is...
I shit you not. And I went on my story. I'm sorry, you guys. I just want to say, when I went on my story and I was like, Mwala is hot AF, I got, I don't know how many messages of people being like, men and women being like, damn. And that alone is like planting a seed, you guys, like straight up. Do not be afraid to like go there.
I love that. And I agree. Sorry, I'm like looking through the comments. You guys were popping off in the comments. I'm like, wow, I didn't see any of these. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys tonight. I am going to stop the recording here because everyone on this call is going to be in BC. So we're going to do a little tiny bit of BC planning here. But thank you everyone for joining tonight and watching the recording. And let me know if you have any questions about anything I covered here.